Day 2 of the 2023 BRICS Summit, and it was a doozy. Huge news that has direct impact on the dollar. The two main takeaways from today's meeting are: first, the BRICS leaders hinted at their plans to accelerate de-dollarization efforts, and second, we were given a huge announcement about BRICS expansion. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to find out more about that. In the lead up to this year's BRICS Summit, the countries were trying to play it cool when it came to talking about the dollar, but the day before the summit started, it was very clear this was a priority. South Africa confirmed that the BRICS alliance had no intentions of challenging the US dollar. They explained that BRICS will not discuss de-dollarization efforts at the summit. Again, this was from a couple days before the summit started, so maybe they were trying to keep us off the scent, but then they said this: trading in local currencies is firmly on the agenda. There is no item of de-dollarization on the BRICS agenda. BRICS is not calling for de-dollarization. Who wants to tell them? Trading more in local currencies in favor of the dollar is a form of de-dollarization, so de-dollarization is on the agenda. But hey, I can appreciate them just trying to Trojan horse the news to all of us. And it most definitely was on the agenda, because on day 2, it was announced by Vladimir Putin that BRICS is developing effective mechanisms for global trade settlements and currency exchanges to gain financial control. The payment mechanism will revolve around these local currencies in favor of the US dollar for cross-border transactions. We have already seen this happening in China as the yuan surpassed the dollar for its own border transactions. And now we're just going to start seeing this on a much broader scale. The new payment mechanism being developed by BRICS will provide services to small and medium-sized businesses, multinational corporations, and entrepreneurs. This will be a game changer, because as BRICS ramps this up and continues to get more comfortable settling payments in local currencies, the likelihood of them going back to the dollar is exactly 0%. BRICS controls 20% of global exports, over 40% of the global population, and infrastructure is slowly improving all around the world, allowing businesses to capture an even larger sector of people than ever before. When this gets rolled out, I'm sure people will laugh about how small it is or about how inefficient it is, but really this is a great investment for BRICS, and this could actually speed up the de-dollarization process over time. Now, imagine if even more countries got connected to this global payment mechanism. Well, after today, that's actually a very strong possibility, because BRICS confirmed finally that they're going to be expanding the bloc. This has been speculated for so long, with thousands of clickbait articles being published. 13 countries interested in BRICS. More than 30 countries want to join BRICS. Over 40 nations expressed interest. You get the point. These rumors were actually sprinkled back on day 1 when the BRICS leaders mentioned in passing that they had formal meetings on their calendars to talk specifically about BRICS expansion. And now at the end of day 2, South Africa's foreign minister said, "We have agreed to the matter of expansion. We have a document that we've adopted which sets out guidelines and principles, processes for considering countries that wish to become members of BRICS." That's very positive. Very positive indeed, because before the summit, each country seemed to have their own agenda when it came to expansion. China wanted to invite anyone who had a pulse. Russia is looking for more trade partners. South Africa was focused mainly on adding African countries to strengthen those ties. Brazil was interested in expansion but wanted a structured format. But at the end of the day, it was India who all along have been dragging their feet about expansion, because quite honestly, they didn't need it as much as the other countries. However, Prime Minister Modi said India supports expansion during day 2, so it seems like they've come to an agreement. Now we're all going to have to wait to see what this new membership document entails. Hopefully they release this document to the public on day 3, and if they do, you know I'm going to make a video about it. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and work through how they're going to decide who to invite to the bloc. I actually made a speculative video about this a couple weeks ago, and that should be popping up on the screen now. I personally think the BRICS bloc will want to make their first member announcement a splashy one and with huge global implications. So I could see them start slow with maybe 1 or 2 countries, and then let the other countries that want to join build up to meet the BRICS requirements. Or maybe each member will be allowed to handpick one other country to join. With the first pick in the 2023 BRICS membership draft, Brazil selects Messi, Argentina. Let me know down in the comments how you think BRICS will decide their new membership. A lot of information happened on day 2, but day 1 was jam-packed also. Find out what was discussed and how BRICS created a plan to stay relevant in this video here.